Hey, what's up, everyone? Me and Lord Knight are going to be talking about whether the soul nerfs were enough for him to still be strong. Well, let's get into it.
Keeper Security is the leading cybersecurity platform for protecting individuals, families, and businesses against password-related cyber attacks. Yep, I'm talking about hackers. These attacks can lead to identity theft, financial loss, and reputational damage. Experts predict too that cybercriminals will increasingly target the gaming industry over the next 3 years. So with Keeper Security, you can create strong, unique passwords, not the old passwords you've been using since high school, special ones for every account you use where you log in, but you can also keep them stored safely in your own encrypted vault. Visit keeper.io/beastcoast and use code BEASTCOAST, that's in all caps, BEASTCOAST, for a 30% off promo code. Stay safe out there, my friends.
Okay, yeah. So Soul. So before the patch, there were some people out there. I shouldn't even say some people. Come on, I'm capping. Like a lot of people were saying he was like broken territory. You know what I'm saying? I disagreed. Very, very good. Obviously, I think definitely everyone agreed he was basically the best character. Even like kind of despite how he did in tournaments, because sometimes there's some tournaments where there's like 4 souls in top 8, some tournaments where there's none. Soul didn't win any of the evos in any of the regions, so I mean, but they changed him, right? And similar to what I said in our last character video, we talked about Faust, I also think the soul changes are really good. So the biggest one, the biggest life-saving one for basically everybody, because not a lot of characters could take advantage of the weakness of this move. It had truly one weakness. Technically 2. No, one is 6S.
Yeah, 6S.
6S. They were like, this is what I think the meeting went like, right? They're like, okay, he's not as fast, right? So he needs something to make up for not being fast. And like, how about this, right? And then they realize that a lot of characters can't deal with that. So they changed the move in a couple ways. Mainly that like. So we still don't actually know the hitbox, right?
I have not seen a hitbox viewer
all
of
I
it yet.
know is that all I know right now is that it loses to 6Ps, and Milia can roll through it, so you can low profile it. Those are like the main things I know.
Yeah. Also, Faust actually can crawl under it now, which is pretty cool. I don't even have to do like the forward crawl. I can just do I could just hold down pack, I'll go under it. So yeah, there's a lot more stuff that like can, I guess, like low profile it and just like challenge it. It's not like I don't know if it had like a disjoint part of it, before
it was definitely it was like
it wasn't like all of it. It was like a part of it, right? Like
what, the move itself?
Yeah, 6S.
It's all red.
It was all red.
I thought it was red alert, bro.
Yeah, it was okay. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Dealing with that move was pretty messed up. Like it was very disjoint. Like I remember getting counter hit like out of like literally anything. It was very difficult to deal with. But now it's much easier to like keep him out now. Now that move is nerfed and not disjoint. Like Faust versus Soul in particular. Like you have to really keep him out. His dash speed isn't like crazy fast or anything, but that was the move that like kind of made him compete in the mid range with Faust. On top of the Faust buffs being really nice, but like being able to like meet just 5H whenever he does like 6S, like in like the counter poke mid range and just crawl under it is like huge. Like I'm definitely feeling the nerfs of Soul this patch.
Yeah, so like I was one of the privileged ones, right? So that move did have one flaw. So like they had a joke. I don't know if this is still on Dust Loop. It's probably not, because like they did say they wanted to remove a lot of like the memes on the Dust Loop wiki. I haven't like looked at it for a while, but like there was a point where people were like, yeah, this character has no flaws, which I was like, son, come on, like son, right? And the thing about Success is only one type of character could really interact with it, and it was fast characters, because that move has a really long total duration. It's like more than 40. I think it's like 41 or something total duration. And the move itself is not fast. It's like 15 frame starter or something. So if you were like a fast character, like Amelia, Chip, even like I might even go as far as say Ram. I don't play Ram. Ram players correct me if I'm wrong, but I know for sure Amelia, and I imagine Chip because he's faster than Amelia. The move is like not so bad to deal with. There's still like a spot on the screen, basically like when Milia in my case is cornered. That move's pretty hard to deal with, because like then it basically forces me to one spot of the screen. Like I have to jump, and then we play that guessing game. And if he's right, I'm gonna get deleted. But it's a lot better than not being able to do anything at all, like everyone else. And then you're in his win condition position where he's punching you in the corner, right? So I thought that's probably like the outright biggest one. The one that affects the most players of the game, though, is STP, no question.
Yeah, by far.
No
They
question.
they increased the recovery on STP. Now it's like
Significant.
before when you whiffed it, like dude, it was really hard to punish. There were situations where I was like super close, like really basically point blank. He whiffed a DP, I react and then like hit my button and like he just blocks in time. Like, are you serious? Or they would DP again. That was the worst feeling.
No, I agree. People were making jokes like it was plus on whiff and stuff, and like I gotta keep it a buck. Like that shit was really hard to whip, but like, and you look at the recovery frames of the old one, and you're like, why? Like why though? Because when you look at it like numbers wise, it looks pretty reasonable. Honestly, you're just like, okay, whatever. But then like I really just don't know. Like it's just a combination of like he moves mad fast, and then like really. In real time, like it's not as long as you think, and then you like it's like a jump scare too because he moves so fast, and then like he's just already on the ground. You're like surprised when you actually hit him, and then you don't punish him a lot because you're shocked that like the situation even happened, and then they just do it again because they're like, oh well, I only took 10%, so like screw it, I'm just try again. And the secret one, solo players kept their mouth. My main training partner is a solo player. Oh, just like you. But not the same person, but just, you know. And he was like, man, I'm a little sad, but like now when I counter hit someone with an STP, I can't meaty them. And I was like, players never talked about that.
Oh.
They just kept that under wraps. And no one, and like they were just doing this to us. We weren't even paying attention. Probably because most of us were dead, by the way. But
yeah, I was usually just sad after getting DP'd.
Yeah. Or like
I didn't even realize they were beating me afterwards.
yeah. Or like misses and you like get jump scared and you don't do anything. But he's like, yeah, it's kind of sucks. I can't meaty, but like it's fair, I guess. And I was like, what? Yeah, that's a really subtle change about that. Like you can't really like run over. And funny enough, what button did he used to press? 6S. Yeah. No, that for sure. That is like those two were definitely like the main nerfs. He had another nerf to his far slash. The frame data of the move is the same. Like in terms of like recovery and like startup and stuff. But when you block it now, it has more pushback. So when solo players do like far SS, like what I'll do now is I'll stand and faultless defense, and it'll push Soul away like a pretty significant amount. And that makes dealing with this pressure like much better. And you know, like he is so good at cranking up the risk gauge with that like old far S. And it led to like all these crazy high damage situations. You just see like people getting clips of like touch of deaths with souls, and like that is like a big part of that was rooted in like how good like Fares's pushback was because of just how much you cranked up your risk. So I'm like pushing him away a lot more now just by doing FD, and I think they reduced like the scaling on Fares like on The starter doesn't do as much damage.
Yeah, it's not much. So it got touched up a bit, and I'm definitely noticing that in when I'm playing against Soul now. I am pushing them away.
Yeah, no, it's a great change. So like probably the best part of the change is like this changes for everybody, like quite honestly, because like if you're newer, you're just like, man, I can't get him off me, and it doesn't feel like the defensive stuff I'm doing isn't doing anything. That thing is not true, but it will definitely feel that way, and I understand you, because if they're doing far slash over and over, you're trying to FD and it doesn't do anything. Like the old one, he probably got to do it like high key like 7 times before he whiffed, right?
Yeah.
The thing about the old one is that if you FD the far slash, everything else but that gets affected. That was the point, but that could be like hard to miss if you don't like really individually go through every move and break down like, okay, what happens if he does far slash this? What happens if he does far slash this? Especially like you're not going to see that. And then for the people who already did understand that, it's just way easier to just it's just way less stress. It's way easier to just get him off you. You just do it. You just stand, just like you said, just stand. You FD1 Gucci, and then like all the other following situations are definitely like a lot easier to deal with. Where the old one is like, if you spend the meter at FD and he picks forward slash again, you're like, fuck, he picked it again. Where if he picked like delay 5-inch, you're like, thank God, the pressure's over. Like now I can at least like try to like slip or like something. Where now if you FD it correctly, you're like, man, he really has to like, he really can only do like 2 things if he wants to pull up again. Like, it's really nice. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, for sure. And he did get one buff too. It's a combo off of Wild Throw. If you RC after you land his Wild Throw, you get a combo now. You can like side switch, put it back in the corner. I know some people were kind of like mad about this, but honestly, I thought it was cool. Like I'm kind of chill with it. I know, you know, he was like the strongest character pre-patch, and he's still super strong now, by the way. Like I still think he's very strong, but him getting added this, like I thought it was fine. Like I think it's fine to add fun things for like a character, even if they're strong. You don't like only nerf, right? Like recently there was like I started to appreciate this more, and with the most like recent Grand Blue patch, like there was like that was just nerfs, right? It's fun to like add like one fun couple of new tools or something. Like I'm pretty okay with the Wild Throw combo buff, and it comes up here and there, but it's fine. Like I think it's okay. I think people overreacted a little bit to him getting that.
Yeah, like I definitely agree. So he got a couple of buffs, not just that, by the way. He got another decent buff. So his 2S got buffed also. And I agree with you. I really like that they're showing us from the beginning that they're not gonna dumpster characters, and like this is something like honestly, this actually deserves its own video. What I'm about to say, like you can hate any character, bro. You can hate Potemkin, you can hate Soul, you can hate Faust Wink Wink. Just kidding. You can hate Milia. You can hate any character, but you have to understand that people like playing those characters. So even though you don't like them, like you gotta be okay with them making the characters you don't like good, because somebody enjoys that. Like somebody on planet Earth likes playing Arakune. I don't know who, but even though I hate him from the bottom of my heart, I understand some people like playing as a shy guy that throws bugs at you. I get it, right? So you just gotta be cool with it. So the changes they gave to Soul were pretty reasonable, and it kind of fit in line with most of the stuff they did to characters, which is just changes to normals. And the 2S makes it too that like you have to, between like the 6S change nerf and the 2S change buff, it makes neutral a little bit more interactive with him. He has to pick different normals for different situations. I think that's what they really want to, is that like people like, one, in the 6S case, like if you know it's coming, they want you to be able to do something about it. Some characters just couldn't. And then in the 2S case, they're like, people don't use this button because they're either using 6S because it's super disjointed and does everything, or they're using far slash because far slash, the FD thing, if they pick far slash again, and most Soul players in neutral, they'll do far slash, but FD doesn't do anything in that case, right? So they just don't want people to be playing in a too linear fashion.
Yeah, linear, yeah. And
also, and again, doubling down, like they really don't want to feel like, at least from this round of changes, right? Like anyone is specifically getting dumpstered, and that you can just pick everyone. Anyone, not everyone. I guess it's the same thing, right? Actually, everyone or anyone, which is a really good thing.
Yeah, it's yeah. I agree. Very good precedent. It's very playing modern fighting games nowadays. Like it feels really shitty just having like your character dumpstered. Like it's like a really crappy feeling, honestly. So I'm very happy. Like as like a first like big character balance patch, like they went with the direction they did, and you know they even announced like when the next patch like for system changes is in October, and we'll see how that affects Soul. Then who knows? They might make some damage changes. They might change like throw and bolt. Who knows? But so far, definitely a really good precedent that they've set with this patch so far with Soul. I'm personally liking the Soul changes, and it changes matchups a bit too.
Yeah,
I hear people are saying like Naguri Yuki like beat Soul like. Pretty.
So a Pokemon trainer that is not blue, the other one said before the Soul nerfs that it was already a bad matchup. So I imagine now that Soul Nagoriyuki is 8-2 for Soul.
Interesting. Okay.
The other one though, not blue. The other
I think I know what you're talking about.
All right, so let us know what you guys think, how you guys feel about Soul, the changes. Do you feel like they secretly dumpstered him and we just don't know what we're talking about? Let us know in the comments below. As usual, like and subscribe if you guys feel like it. And we'll see you guys next time. Peace out.